Hey, what's good, everyone? Welcome to another reading. I do advise actually for my piles, your pile selection. See if you see anything in this imagery, in the forms that you choose. See if there's even if it's not like a picture, like, or an object, like the vibe, the energy of it, what's coming off that energy for you. Spirit was just telling me to pass that message on, and I don't usually get that for the selection. So pick your paths, spend a minute on it, but then also ask yourself what's the vibe coming off the pile, because I think that's going to give you a clue to your message. And I'm going to make this reading on like what's happening next, so I'll call it next or something like that. As always, we've got pile number ones, pile number twos, and pile number threes. Feel free to pause the video. I know I've said that already, but feel free to pause it. And we'll get stuck into pile number ones. Okay, pile ones. Don't usually eat before my readings. It's a little bit more. I'm a little bit more drawn to do the readings like on an empty stomach for some reason. But today, I've got a full stomach, y'all. Stomach is all the way full. I probably should have said before the reading, this is an abstract image. Continuing like the vibration from the picker piles. There might be something quite calm about your energy for number ones. Getting a little bit of a calmness. I'm almost getting a little bit like the waves of the tide at a beach. It's not that, but it's similar. So that's your reading. What do you see? What do you feel? There's almost like the letter S there as well, isn't there? Not sure if you saw that. It also reminded me a little bit of the planet Jupiter. You know, the Jupiter planet has that big eye in it, or that big pattern that looks a bit like an eye. I've got that coming through. So yeah, pile number ones, this could be, I'm kind of just matching all those things together. Feel free to dissect it yourself, but I feel like you might be going to like a coastal place next. And that coastal place is coming from it's that how to put this, that move or that holiday or that, I don't know, I'm not really getting work vibes, but maybe, but that move, that choice is coming from a place of abundance, I feel. So yeah, that does really remind me of a holiday. Actually, it's like, let's say if you're working and you got some form of bonus, um, so you got extra money than you was expecting at hand, and it's like, I'm gonna treat myself to this uh, holiday, if you like. And if that's not necessarily coastal, I feel like it's something to do with calmness. So you can throw things like wellness into that. You can throw things like retreats to that. You can throw in things like spa days to that. It's kind of got that kind of vibe to it. Like, even if you look at this, I can imagine like letters under here saying something like, like New York wellness and like wellness, like New York Wellness Center. So that's what I'm trying to say here is like a little bit like a logo. I can imagine it saying something like New York Wellness Center or something like in little font underneath here. So just to help you out, that's kind of what was coming through, at least on my end. But feel free to pause the video and kind of pick it apart yourself, pile number ones. But yeah, for now, I think that's your reading. So something holiday / wellness inspired coming through from a win of some kind, some form of growth or Jupiter abundance energy, which is good for you, pile ones. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Please do remember to like, comment and subscribe. Check out the If You Pause website, ifyoupause.com. Take care. Okay, pile number 2s. I feel automatically there's an energy here of unlocking. Pile number 2s. Something to take away. Unlocking something. Does that resonate with your energy? Very very abstract compared to at least pile number 1s. Looser, like in form, more organic. Although pile number 1s was quite organic, but it was this is almost more wild feeling. There's a wild energy here. For any feminine energies, it's got that wild feel to it. I'm even getting a little bit like a wild mother, whatever that means, wild mother. So I should have given a disclaimer if I didn't. It's a bit of an abstract reading today. That is your reading. Getting a vibe of like a horse there now that I've finished it. Couldn't see that before. But getting the sense of a horse. I was also getting the sense of so like this wild mother energy. for masculines watching, it might just be that you're tapping into your feminine side. And yeah, so there's this horse here, so there's something of a charging forward. I feel like pile number twos, you're kind of taking the reins on something. This is reminding me of like, this is like the routine of like you're out in the wilderness. I'd say, interesting, interesting. Like spirit's given me this. I can't even think of any readings I've had this energy for, apart from the couple readings, where I dissect the masculine and feminine energy. But this is not a couple reading, although it's kind of proven itself to be a little bit. So the analogy that was coming through was, sorry if my analogies are a little bit basic for people out there, but it's a couple out in the wilderness, a male and a female, more masculine and feminine energy, out in the wilderness, and that the male every day, I know very typical, forgive me, goes outside and chops the wood. And if you've ever experienced that, you don't need to go and chop the wood every day, by the way. You can store the wood, so you don't need to do that every day. But let's just say that every day this dude went out and chopped the wood. Now, if you're the masculine energy, you should relate to the masculine I'm explaining here. This is you. And you've been chopping the wood, but one day you have a shoulder injury. So you ask your feminine, you got to chop the wood today because my shoulder's bust. And the feminine is like, okay, she knows how to chop the wood, and she goes and chops the wood. Like, it's that kind of, so if you're the feminine watching this, you're the now stepping into the masculine's place and chopping the wood. There's no gender bullshit going on here in this reading. It's like the feminine energy is capable of doing it. She just doesn't do it every day because that's the masculine's little routine he's got going on. But they've got a relationship, or I would probably say a good relationship, that when the masculine is in trouble or injured in this case, the feminine can step in. And I feel like pile number twos, the energy does go the other way. So let's just say if one of the duties of the feminine, and I know I'm going to probably get some shade for this, but let's just say she liked to cook and one day she burns her hand, the masculine, there's almost like no conversation that even needs to happen. They know how to kind of step in for each other. That'll probably be the highlight of this reading. There's an energy here of knowing when to step in. And in this case, this is directed at the feminine, although you might feel like if you're a masculine watching this and you've just injured yourself, obviously we're talking about you being injured here. But generally it's about that feminine energy actually stepping in. So that's maybe just a highlight or shining light on the situation, that this is the time where the feminine is stepping into something. She's stepping in, she's covering base. And yeah, that's essentially the reading. I hope that kind of made sense for people. It was pretty direct and to the point. The feminine energy here seems to be, like quite literally taking charge. So I'm seeing the horse charging forward, and yeah, it just is what it is. It's just a, you know, kind of cool energy. So, anyways, poll number two. I hope that made sense again. If it did, please do remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out the If You Pause website, ifyoupause.com. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Poll number three is abstract today, inspired by your pick a card texture. Oh god, we've got troublemakers here. Poll number threes, at least in this reading, are absolute. I've got the rebels. You guys are the rebels today. Don't even try and lie about it, I know it. Don't even try and smile it off. I see through you, pile threes. Rebels. Up to no good. Who are you teasing? You might even be playing with like children or something. That could be the playing with your children a lot, playing with like family who are younger. Okay, that's your reading. It could go on, but I'm going to leave it there. One thing that I'm actually seeing, I'm almost seeing like Animal Kingdom. Like I'm seeing, like this is almost like a. Sorry, I got distracted there. There's some kind of bug on the desk. Not sure what it was. A little bit like a ladybug. But it has darker. It has a darker shell. You're gonna see how much of a monster I am if I just go and crush it with my fist. Because I'm not sure if it's a ladybug. The darker side of Zed coming out. I'm calling you guys a rebel. And Spirit just goes and shows my rebel side. Shit is so unfair. God damn. God's like, who are you speaking to? Casting stones. Spirit be like, who you casting stones at, bitch? Who you Spirit be like, that's a damn big glass house you throwing that stone from, Zed. Humble this fool. I swear to God, I didn't kill the bug though. I swear, didn't kill the bug. So I was seeing, look, back to the reading, y'all. I'm seeing like Animal Kingdom. I'm seeing almost some kind of, it could be like a buffalo or even a pig, but more buffalo energy. And then behind here, I'm seeing something a lot more agile. It's almost like it's running. You could say there could be some form of hunting going on here, but it's different to that because I'm feeling actually like they're just actually in flow. Like I'm almost seeing it's kind of got the Lion King energy, but you know, like when Simba gets raised up into the sky by the monkey. I think that's the scene. I could be wrong. When he's just been like baptized, and all the animal kingdom kind of like bow to the new little baby king. Um, it's that kind of energy, but actually it's different to that energy because um, these animals are in motion, they're running, but it's kind of got that same energy of that they're in harmony. You know, like in that scene, there's all different types of animals coming together who would usually be eating each other or not even be in the same area of the safari. Um, so if that makes sense, there's that kind of energy coming on. So there could be some form of like reunion. There could be literally part number um, part number three. I'm kind of patching this together from that rebellious beginning. It's almost like giving me vibes, and I'm not sure why this is coming through, but it's almost like, you know, a family gathering or a wedding, but this is like almost a wedding where you don't invite the majority of the family. You know, it's got that side to it. It's like you have a wedding and people who thought they were going to be invited just ain't invited. Or you have like a some form of celebration, you know, even like a birthday party or something, and like you're you're just not inviting some people who have their chest out, thought they were going to be top of that list. You know, like, I don't know why you're called to do that, but it's kind of got that energy. It's kind of got this energy of people coming together, but like there's a rebelness to it. It's not as far as like the Red Wedding in Game of Thrones. It's not that, literally not that cutthroat, but it is more like it's got a fuck y'all vibe to it. Like I don't fuck with y'all. Like there's only a few people here who I'm bringing to this event or wedding or birthday. It's kind of just got that vibe to it. So I think that's the energy of your reading, Palfreys. I think where it's going to be a bit more specific for you is that type of event. You know, I'm not quite sure on what that kind of that event is. Like I said, it could be a wedding, a birthday, or it could just be some form of celebration. It could be like, you know, it could be like, you know, if you randomly entered a competition to win a trip to somewhere or something like that, and you won that bitch, but it's like you got two tickets, but you don't bring. Well, you can maybe don't bring anyone, or you might bring someone who maybe people might not expect. That's why you're seeing two different animals here possibly as well. So it's something like that, you know, like you can make that apply to how you know that fits your life, but the energy is pretty much that. Okay. So part three is, if you enjoyed the reading, please do remember to like, comment and subscribe. Check out the If You Pause website, ifyoupause.com, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.